Now, this is as late as I've ever done a live my time. So we're almost midnight Central Time. We're almost 1 a.m. Eastern Time. But the unique thing about this time is we're about close to 5 p.m. all the way over on the other side of the world, right around New Zealand. Why is that important? Because our friends and family, brothers and sisters over in that part of the world, New Zealand, Australia, some of them are probably going to join us here. They get ready to celebrate the Passover, which is the Passover. They get ready going. They're going to actually do it. They got the lamb, been marinating all the good stuff, the bitter herbs. They got the unleavened bread ready to go. They done packed up all their leaven. They know they can't take it out until the morning their time. But they're ready to go. And so, me and my wife and my son, we were talking, and we just been really, 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 really going in. We had a class with my son with his martial arts, and then afterwards we decided to go grab some pizza. We always do this. Every Passover for many years, we know we're going to get the leaven out the house. So we go and we just leaven it up the day or two before. We do all kind of leaven. We do all kind of yeast to have a great time, just laughing. My son gets into it, so we'll do a bunch of pizza and all that kind of good stuff. So this was big time pizza night because we know for about a week we're not going to deal with any leaven. But we invited one of Kai's senseis, one of his teachers that happens to be one of the top people in the world in his category of karate martial arts. And actually the government of Colombia pays him to fight for the country. And he happens to be one of the senseis at Kai's karate school. We invited him out for some pizza. I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea what Yahuwah was doing. We were at the academy, and this particular sensei happened to bring his wife. She comes every now and then. And I just thought, hey, Lena, let's invite them out to the pizza with us. Kai's got he's got his best friend here in Colombia, his parents, and we're all close. They've been asking more and more and more and more and more and more about Yahuwah. Shout out to Amber. She said she almost ordered some pizza tonight, but decided to have rice and fajitas. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Get it in. Shout out to Brother Daniel Bakote with that 145. So I'm telling y'all, you got to just be in the spirit. You'll see what Yahuwah is doing when you're in the spirit. So I was sitting there at the academy. So I go and support my son, but my beautiful, awesome, powerhouse wife at Kai's Academy, she has set me up a table. She's put reserved, administration only, and nobody sits at that table but me. There's another chair, and Lena will sit there. I'm able to go there. My son, I can be there supporting him. I go in there with all of my key core scriptures to translate, and I'm translating in there. So I'm sitting down, I'm translating, and then I happen to look up, and I see the sensei's wife over, and I see him. He had just finished his class. The second class was starting. I look up at Lena and him. They were talking about something, and something told me, invite them out. So we invited them out. They accepted. I'm just now getting back within the last 30 minutes. I don't know what Yahuwah's going to do. I'm sitting down. Kai and his best friend here, they go run off and do the little kid playground thing inside this pizza place. We're sitting there with the sensei, his wife, and then Kai's best friend's parents that's been asking us more and more questions about Yahuwah. They even wanted a necklace. They were like, can we get one of those necklaces? And they got 2 necklaces. And I'm like, why? They're like, we just feel something about it. I'm like, all right. All right. And so we were sitting there asking questions. And I'm chilling. Y'all gotta understand. I've been translating all day today, like hardcore. I'm chilling. Hey, has everybody hit the like button? Drop some fire emojis in the chat. Do something. I want to make sure that the feed is live. All right, make sure everything is live. Everybody hit some kind of comment. Just hit some kind of comment. You love Yahuwah. What's up? I don't care what you do. Just for the next 30 seconds, everybody hit some kind of comment. Anything. Put it in there. I got to make sure the feed is late. My energy. Yeah, I'm talking chill, but my energy's on some other level. Lisa picked that up. That's funny. Somebody came here and said, praise the Lord. The Truth Snipers already kicked them out of here over on Facebook. You can't come in here with that. Come on, Stacy B. It's a feast for all generations. She know what's up. It's a feast for all generations. We are to remember Yahuwah brought his children out of the land of Matzar. It's Matzar, not Matsuri. It's Matzar, sis. Matzar means Egypt. Matsari means Egyptian. Matzarim means Egyptians. It's a good one. I even had to learn that. I thought it was Mitzrayim too, but that's plural. Matzrayim. Thank y'all for all the comments. All right, now we're rocking. Everybody hit the like button at the same time. Let me check the likes. For me, it's a late night live. But it's an early or a mid live if you're over there in Australia. And I want to celebrate because I'm telling y'all, we got a lot of Australian and New Zealand brothers and sisters in Yahuwah that are obedient, and they doing it. And they're the first to go in. They leading us in. So I'm sitting there at the table, and everybody's talking, and they start asking me questions about this and that and this. Because this is what Lena says. Let me tell y'all something that Lena said. Lena's like, look, we're going to pay for the meal tonight. Lena does this every time. And if I'm around English people, I'll do it. And if we happen to be paying. So Lena says, we're going to pay for the meal tonight, but we want to be honorable and respectful to y'all that when we pay, we only pay for what is really considered food per the scriptures. So y'all know what pizza, y'all know the number one, they're going to want to put some pepperoni in them things, which is pork, right? So Lena says, so we don't, if you want to eat any type of pork products or any shellfish, things like that, then you're free to do so. We ask that you pay for that if you don't mind. But if you would like to accept our invitation to treat you, we only ask that you don't order anything that doesn't go outside of our beliefs. So I'm sitting there listening to Lena, she's talking in Spanish. And everybody, they always go, okay, we appreciate that. Because people like, who's going to turn down a free meal? They can figure out something they like, and it's going to stick in their head. It's a witness. So they were all, no problem with that. So but that usually triggers some questions if you kind of knew. Well, what's that? What's that? And then, you know how they put the little paper mats in front of you and stuff? So I grabbed the paper mat and I said, if I started eating this in front of y'all, because my wife told y'all about that, we're talking in Spanish and whatnot. And I said, if I start eating this in front of you, is this food? They go, no. I said, so just because I can eat it doesn't mean it's food. True? And they go, correct. Well, the scriptures tell us what's food and what's not food. So we just only eat what the scripture says is food. And it's found in Urukara, which is Leviticus chapter 11. Man, I say that every time people ask that question. And then people really respect it. And then people trip out. And we did that about a month and a half ago with some people that went out to eat with us a lunch. And it was an older lady and her kid and her adult kids. They went back home, started researching it. Next time we saw it, they were like, "We will never eat pork again. We will never eat shrimp." We were like, "For real?" And like, we went and studied what you guys were sharing with us, and we realized that's not really food. See, you don't know. You don't know how it's going to turn out. Shout out to my sister Monica. You don't know how it's going to turn out. So my brain is stretched to the max from translating. So I'm now ready to chill. Y'all pay attention what I'm going to share with you. I am now ready to chill, sit back, laugh with everybody. Let's get some appetizers. Let's y'all know the yak. They start asking questions. And then I'm like, Yahuwah, that's the reason you had these. He don't hardly ever bring his wife to the place. You had her come here. I ain't never talked to her about none of this. She hardcore Christian, y'all. Hardcore. Evangelical. There's Christians and then there's evangelical Christians. The evangelicals are the most pompous, arrogant people probably you ever gonna meet. She evangelical. Man, they can quote you scriptures. They are passionate about it. They don't follow most of them, but they can quote the heck out of it. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all know some evangelicals? Man. So I'm doing my thing. I'm sitting there, and then I recognize Yahuwah got me here because he want me to witness to these people that got fire. Like she got fire. He got fire. And now I'm recognizing what's going on. So I just tell them a story. I just tell them a story. Once I tell people the story, it's on and popping. How I came to know the truth. Because I used to be like you. I was an evangelical Christian. And man, and I tell them, I said, I'm going to tell y'all what this old man told me almost 18 years ago. I'm going to tell y'all what he told me almost 18 years ago. He told me, if you love the truth, you're going to celebrate what you're about to learn. If you don't love the truth, this is about to break your heart and crush you inside, and you will never be the same. I just ran with that. I started doing that over and over. I've said it over and over and over and again for almost 18 years. So I told them, I said, why you think me and Lena are married? Because I told this story of what happened to me in the beginning. And she ran to Yahuwah. All of us that love the truth, we love Yahuwah. We love that name. We love this name. Like there's nothing to us that's more exhilarating, there's nothing we're gonna get more passionate about than this name. Because this name is a disruptor. This name can't be proven wrong. This name, it divides and sorts even the joints and marrow. And like it gets into the middle of your soul. You can't get away from it. Once you hear this name, it shakes in your soul forever. Why you think they replaced it 6,800 plus times? Almost 7,000 times they took this name out of the scriptures. Now you understand, the name Yahusha is in the scriptures a little over 200 times. A little over 200 times. The name Jesus is never in the scriptures, so it's a 0 times. It's just something they put it in there. So in the real scriptures, when it comes to the Savior and the Creator, the name Yahushua is a little over 200 times. It's a fact. But this name, Yahuwah, it's in there almost 7,000 times. And they took it out and replaced it with titles like, and pagan titles, God, Lord, Jesus. They doing that for? Why they got to replace it? So this young lady, she's probably like 30. And I told all of them, I said, I'm old enough to be every one of y'all's daddy. I'm 56. So if you're 30, do the math. I've been doing this a long time on the earth, comparatively speaking. I said, I'm going to tell y'all what I said to Lena the first time they started asking me about what do I believe. Lena was one of them people to ask me that. Lena was like, what do you really believe? I said, you don't want to know that unless you love the truth. Otherwise, your heart's going to get broke. And all these people gathered around. I said, no, tell us what you believe. I said, I'm going to ask you a question first about what I believe. I'm going to ask you a question to establish what I believe. I said, how old is the letter J? How old is the letter J? Man, they was like digging and thinking, and you can see them in their brain. What? And then you see them getting on their phone and they're going to Google and they're looking it up. I said, you're going to find out it's less than 500 years old. And some of them on their phone back there, and they're like, it's in the 1600s when the J shows up. I said, okay, second question. What is the name of the Savior of the world? What's the name? So if I ask you the first question, how old is the letter J? And I ask you the second question, what's the name of the Savior of the world? Most of the people are going to answer what? They're going to say Jesus. I said, but if the letter J is less than 500 years old, I'm asking you a third question. How many years ago did the Savior show up on the earth? And most people got it in their brain registers around 2,000 years. I say, is 2,000 more than 500? Yes. It's about a 1,500 year difference. Okay, how come during that 1,500 years, nobody called the Savior of the world ever Jesus? Impossible. It ever. They go, oh my goodness. You see everybody's face. You see everybody, they in shock. Their whole soul is shattered. I say, what you are experiencing right now and me looking at your faces is the same thing I went through when I realized we've been lied to. So hang on, because there's a solution. It's called the truth. Do you want the truth? I'll give it to you. Man, people, if you set it up right, people will accept the truth. Most of y'all trying to shove it down people's throat. You got to ask questions first. Stop trying to be so I know everything. Just ask them a question. Like you know the answer up front. But if you ask a question that leads to you know the answer, you win. I don't ever panic. I don't ever panic because Yahuwah's in me. And so I told him, man, you should have seen that. So I'm talking about somebody else's story. See, once you get great at witnessing, once you receive power to be his witness, you're going to learn to tell somebody else's story to the new prospect in the kingdom they're going to be listening to somebody else's story rather than you directly confronting their beliefs. That leads them to come to a conclusion without you even checking them. Fam, I'm over here talking about this story. This young lady and her husband, they're sitting there going, you see them. And I saw them go on there. They was on there. I said, what y'all doing on your phones? I'm talking to you. Oh, we apologize. They was on Chat GPT, on Google. They was trying to figure out everything. I said, you want me to give y'all some time to go research what I'm saying? Oh, no. Go on and finish. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So they was tore up before it was over with. And at the end of the night, they was talking about Yahuwah. And then the couple that's been asking about Yahuwah, they was over defending what me and Lena was talking about to them people. And they ain't even gave their life to Yahuwah yet. They're what's called sojourners. So they respect Yahuwah. They are living amongst the Yahudim. They are loving what they're hearing, and they got love for us, and we got love for them. We ain't blowing them out. They start defending what I'm saying and what Lena's saying, and now they're helping to convert these new people, and at the same time, they're getting converted. They're getting converted. And so now we walk out. I walk the newer people out. Bye-bye, hugs, kisses, whatever. They going their way. And then the other people, I'm walking down the street, and you know what the husband of the wife said? He goes, it's time for me to make a decision. Hey, what y'all talking about? This is tonight fresh. The Passover is upon us. The Passover. And I'm giving y'all a real life story of something that happened within the last 2 hours. He said, I got to make a decision. I said, brother, we done talked about this several times. You just got to repent, and you got to call on Yahuwah. You just got to make a decision like you said. He goes, I know. He goes, I feel like I'm ready. I said, well, go on, do it. I done told you what to do. You ain't got to ask me nothing unless you want to ask me something specifically here. That's a personal decision. Hey, y'all get ready for a report, because I looked at his spirit. He coming. If he don't come, I'm gonna be shocked. I ain't gonna promise you nothing. But if that one, I said, let me ask you a question. Are you strong enough to make a decision? And then as for you and your house, you gonna serve Yahuwah? Can you then make your wife understand what she got to do? He goes, absolutely. And I'm watching the wife with him. She jumping in. And I go, Lena, what she say? And some of the Spanish words I'm not picking up. Lena like, man, she over there defending. She defending Yahuwah. She defending Yahuwah. I said, all right. Now y'all figure out what y'all gonna do with this. Because Yahuwah got a great message for you. Hey, I'm past midnight my time, which means my brothers and sisters over in New Zealand, the sun's gonna set soon. And they're gonna start barbecuing, an offering made by fire. They're gonna be the first to celebrate the Passover. This is deep. Hey, let's celebrate first. Do y'all know a feast is just what it says? That's why I be cracking up with people. I go, there's 7 feasts of Yahuwah. We're getting ready to enter the first feast. Are you going to participate and celebrate? He's our creator. Are you going to create what I created? 'Cause I created. Let's go. Come on. Let's create with Yahuwah.
I create with my Creator, shaping my path with strength. Every move, every word, I'm reaching new lengths. I'm creating the dream. I'm building the life I've always dreamed. And I'm standing tall with Yahuwah's power. I'll never fall. Hey, I'm creating the dream. Creating the dream. I've got a vision, it's clear in my mind. I step forward, leave all doubts behind. No limit to what I can do or who I can be. I'm breaking molds and setting my pace. With every thought, I'm creating my space. Building my future every day anew. Every part of me flows like a stream. Flows like a stream. Creating life, love, and all that I see. I create with my Creator, shaping my path with strength. Every move, every word, I'm reaching new lengths. I'm creating the dream. I'm building the life I've always dreamed. And I'm standing tall with Yahuwah's power. I'll never fall. Yeah, I'm creating the dream. Yeah, I'm creating the dream. I don't need permission, I've been set free. Creating purpose that's inside of me. Pushing past the limits, my soul's away. Every part of me flows like a stream. Yes, it does. Creating life, love, and all that I see. I create with my Creator, shaping my path with strength. Every move, every word, I'm reaching new lengths. I'm creating the dream. I'm building the life I've always dreamed. And I'm standing tall with Yahuwah's power. I'll never fall. I'll never fall. I'm creating the dream. I'll make it real, but I know the deal. Inspired. Hey, I move to my beat. Every part of me flows like a stream. Creating life, love, and all that I see. I create with my Creator, shaping my path with strength. Every move, every word, I'm reaching new lengths. I'm creating my dream. I'm building the life I've always dreamed. And I'm standing tall with Yahuwah's power. I'll never fall. Hey, I'm creating my dream.
Are y'all in on that dream? Did y'all feel, hey, my sister Monica's, I feel it. Hey, did y'all feel that? See, when we go into Pasaha, it's the time of creation. It's, hey, when Yahuwah sacrificed himself as a human, do you think he sacrificed himself for us to be sad? Do you think he sacrificed himself for us to be less than, to go backwards, to be somber? He sacrificed for us to celebrate that he did it. That's why he said, hey, I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. I've overcome the thing that you're the most afraid of. death. Yahuwah Mashiach said, I have overcome it. I proved that as a human, I could feel and go through an experience of a human death. And I could go and have that feeling of the life of a human go out of me. Do y'all understand? This is what Yahuwah did. The life of me as a human, like your life go out, I can feel it. I felt it go out of me. But just like you will have your life restored, or you will be transformed out of a human experience into an eternal experience, I proved how to do it. As I sat on high, as Yahuwah, the Alua, and I looked down on me as the Yahuwah Mashiach, Emmanuel. Alua lives with us. As a human, I let myself feel it, but death could not keep me, Yahuwah, the Mashiach. I ain't even understand what I'm saying. Tell me if you understand what I'm saying. Say it. Yahuwah the Mashiach was in the ground, in the tomb, dug in a hole in the earth. A rock had to get pulled out the way. It'd been honed in inside of the earth in a tomb under the ground. It could not hold him in there because Yahuwah, the Alua, don't you forget it. What does Alua mean? The Almighty is Yahuwah. The Almighty was still standing, sitting on the throne the whole time while he looking at himself going through that experience. The whole time he's sitting there. He said, I'm going to do exactly what I told him I'm going to do. I'm going to stay in that mode for 3 days. And like Jonah, I'm going to resurrect my physical human body. I'm going to resurrect it. I'm going to breathe the life back into it. Like I told Lazarus, wake up. Come forth. I'm going to tell me, wake up. Man, y'all don't know how awesome Yahuwah is. He can be living and then chilling, resting, sleeping at the same time. What y'all talking about? That's Kalna Matzah. That's a bad man. You got to be off the hook to do something like that. You got to be off the hook to pull this off. You got to be the Most High. You got to be the creator of all to pull this one off. Sitting there chilling 3 days, looking at yourself. Sleeping. Wake up while I'm sleeping. Let me go, all right, I've been sleeping a little bit. Let me go take the keys of death out of the depths of the earth. Let me go down and take the keys back before I go ahead and fully wake up. I'm half asleep taking keys down here. Y'all got to study. Y'all don't understand what I've studied. I know what's going on. Then Yahuwah said, get on up. Come on out of there. Hey, messengers, go move that rock. Let me walk up out here. I'm not going to move the rock myself. I can tell that rock to dissipate. No, I am the master. Come on. Send a message to remove that rock. Tama. Thomas. Go ahead. You don't believe I am who I say I am? Take your hand, stick it in my side. See where it'll rip me to shreds. Take your hand, stick it in there. Tell me you don't feel a human right now. When he resurrected, he didn't resurrect as a spirit. He resurrected back as you and I, a human. Hey, that's another level. There's been some people doing that has done that. But ain't nobody done this part. Born as a human, live as a human, be murdered as a human, come back to life after being murdered as a human, stay on the earth several weeks as a human, several weeks as a human, and then go get caught up and go back up into the Shamia, to heaven, and then go and place themselves back on the throne. It ain't never, ever, never happened, ever. It's impossible for anybody else to do it. Only Allah, Almighty Yahuwah, can do it. That's the only person can do what I just said. So we're looking for the real ones that love Yahuwah like that. Who love Yahuwah like this, what I'm saying. The Passover, the Passover, is about getting you to realize what really went down. But if you are in the fake, you ain't gonna get what went down. If you in the fake, y'all about to go get some Easter eggs out and start looking for eggs from a rabbit. That's a 9, 10, 11, 12. A rabbit laying eggs. The hell y'all looking for? Y'all gonna run for that stuff. Most of us did it, and we feel stupid. You wanna know why? We had it twisted. That's what happened. We got it all twisted up, but we getting it untwisted. No longer are you gonna keep us twisted.
I had to do a 180 on them, you know? I had to. You think I'ma go back to that? 180 on them. You got me. Hold up. Yeah. I was wildin', I was trippin'. Got my mind right lately, I've been moving different. Shaking off my old ways, watch how I maneuver. Everything is better when you rollin' with Yahuwah. Got me twisted. Thinking I'ma fall off, I don't know what they thought. Really got me twisted. I ain't never breaking, only elevating. Yeah. Bigger plans, better paths, really ain't no going back. How I was in the past, homie, I'm so over that. Realign, readjust, I am not the same I was. Down and out, feeling low, now you see I'm coming up. Silly games, got no time, I gotta hit decline. Peace within is what I need, till I find peace of mind. You don't know my struggle, what I had to overcome. Got Yahuwah in my corner, and the work is never done. Telling everyone, now I finally know the truth. Transformed, this a journey that I'm showing you, and I'm just beginning it. Yeah, the power is infinite, ain't no faking the front, and I really mean that it's limitless. Yeah. I was wildin', I was trippin'. Got my mind right lately, I've been moving different. Shaking off my old ways, watch how I maneuver. Everything is better when you're rollin' with Yahuwah. Got me twisted. Thinking I'ma fall off, I don't know what they thought. Really got me twisted. I ain't never breaking, only elevating. Yeah. The direction I was headed in really could've broke me. Felt like I would never win. It felt so repetitive till I found the light. It was like I've been blind, then I finally got sight. Yahuwah shines bright and the feeling's intense. My life was a mess, now it's starting to make sense. I found my proof and I got the evidence. Only one that I need, what I keep on telling them. Regain my strength and now I got my focus. No more playing, no more joking. To the top is where I'm going. It's time that I show them For any who are lost, your journey isn't over. Get your life from the source. You gotta have faith, you can persevere, and the time is now. Took a while, after all my struggles, I was finding out it's my calling and I got a purpose. I know it for certain. I tried it all and nothing else was working till I found the truth. Yeah, I was wildin', I was trippin'. Got my mind right, lately I've been moving different. Shaking off my old ways, watch how I maneuver. Everything is better when you're rolling with Yahuwah. Got me twisted, thinking I'ma fall off. I don't know what they thought, really got me twisted. I ain't never breaking, only elevating. Yeah, hey, you got me twisted. Yeah, you got me twisted. I ain't going back, I've been living different. Hey, you got me twisted. Yeah, you got me twisted. I ain't going back. Yeah, I've been living different. New mind, new ways, I'm a new man. On a path with Yahuwah, keep it moving. And if I can, then I know that you can. Keep it moving, yeah, keep it moving. Twisted, twisted, yeah. I ain't going back, only up from here. Hey.
Y'all got me twisted. If y'all think I'm gonna come all the way this far and you gonna make me go back to that nonsense, you got me twisted. That's why I'm straightening you up here. Nobody's ever taught you this way. Nobody's ever taught you from multiple angles to snap your brain, pull your brain out, pow, make you come back and knock some sense into you. You over here thinking, I was over here thinking. And let me tell you something. Anytime somebody says two words, somebody's done messed up. If you ever say, I thought, somebody messed up. Well, I thought it was this way. Well, I thought I was doing the right thing. Well, I thought, I thought. I thought it. Why don't you know? Why don't we know? Ain't no more I thoughts. Listen, you got an opportunity right now through our platform and our teaching to get rid of every I thought. You never have to say I thought. You never have to say it again. You go into I know. I know what I know. Everybody put some fire emojis in the chat. I got some good stuff for you. I'm gonna give you before I leave out of here. Like the night before we go, like tomorrow, around 3:00 in the afternoon, we're gonna shut it down. But we take it way up in the night tonight. You wanna know why? Y'all wanna know why I take it way up in the night tonight? Do y'all know the Truth Scriptures is probably, no, it's gotta, I don't know. I'm gonna say I gotta keep the probably. I probably need another 6 months to a year to say absolutely. Do y'all know that we are the only scriptures that I know of, I'm probably now, that has the timeline of the events? I ain't even broke this off to y'all yet. Brother Daniel, Overseer Daniel Bakote, listen what I'm telling you. Plenty, listen. Yolanda, Brenda, Stell, Hannah, Deontay. People ain't even picked up how we got the timelines right in the Bariyt Hadash. They don't even realize that their timelines contradict themselves of what happened when. Like when actually did Yahusha, who is Yahuwah, when did he eat the Passover? Because if he is the Passover, if he is the sacrificed lamb, everybody out there that I know of, I'm like, you celebrating the Passover, right? Okay. You're supposed to do the Passover on the Passover, on the Passover, right? You're supposed to do that on the 14th day of the first new moon. Yes or no? You're supposed to do the Passover. Hey, you're supposed to kill the lamb, do the meal on the 14th day in the evening of the first new moon. What's today on the western side of the world? Today is the 13th day of the first new moon. It's the 13th day. Lorena, you in LA. Queen, right? You in North Carolina. Horatia, Katie, y'all, if y'all in the USA, you on the 13th day of the first new moon. Stacy, what's up? Buddy? Donna in Florida, right? Rush, you up in Brooklyn. You on the 13th day. Jermaine out of Minnesota, you on the 13th day of the first new moon. So if I go read your scriptures, your paganized scriptures that you don't know is really pagan, you don't understand. You ain't got the dates right. Because you're supposed to eat it on the evening of the 14th day. When did Yahusha eat the Pesach meal? What day of the first new moon did he eat the Pesach meal? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat and tell me, hey, you got to eat, hey, Yahuwah said you eat the Pesach, you eat that on the 14th day in the evening. Come on, Sister Anna, what you gonna do with this? Plenty, what y'all gonna do with it? I'm breaking y'all off something right now. Look at Elmer. Elmer, I got y'all thinking. Hey, what y'all gonna do? Okay. Y'all saying the 14th. 14th, right? Tomorrow. Okay. Y'all saying the 14th. It's a fact. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it is a fact that Yahusha, who is Yahuwah, ate the Pesach on the 13th day. He ate it on the 13th day of the first new moon. It's a fact. It's sitting right there in your scriptures. Because he was the Pesach lamb. He was going to be the lamb. He was going to be the one that was butchered and sliced on the 14th day. So if he's getting beat and butchered on the 14th day, how can he be eating a Pesach meal? Some of y'all brain just got tripped. Y'all gonna make me grab these? Y'all gonna make me grab this thing here? Woo. Hold on, let me get it. Y'all gonna make me grab it? Katie was like, I'm just wondering. Katie, you tripping out? She's like, I was just wondering about that. Yamani, I got him tripped out right now. I ain't even talked to y'all. I know all this the whole time. There's about a gazillion things I know when I'm talking to y'all. I got to bring them out piece by piece as we grow to 144 that's getting ready. Jermaine, y'all got me tripping out. I'm in the Truth Scriptures, Luca, chapter 22. I'm on page 147 if you want to follow along. I'm on page 1. If you ain't got the Truth Scriptures, man, I don't know what you're doing. Mike, they don't understand. Daniel, what they gonna do? What they gonna do? Archella, what they gonna do? In all others, I sit there and looked at it. I'm like, I'm looking at the Aramaic. I'm like, that don't say what they're saying. I'm gonna start the first verse, 22. Now, matzah, y'all gonna read your version. And go read the 22nd chapter of Luke. Beside all the pagan versions, go King James, New King James, NIV, and all the versions that have removed the pagan names and replaced it with the correct names or close to it. I'm going to prove they're Greeked up. They're all Greeked up. I ain't found one that's not Greeked to the max. Because they're sitting there contradicting themselves left and right. You got to write it correctly out of the translations. And even in the first verse, I'm going to twist you up in your translation. I just ain't never done a video on it until tonight. As I'm getting ready for the Passover. Now, matzah, also called the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which takes place during the Passover, was approaching. What y'all gonna do? With that one verse, hey, y'all go just for giggles. Some of y'all know it in the South. Just for this and giggles, y'all go put in any version you want, Luke 22:1, and you're gonna see you can't figure it out. I dare you. Put in Luke 22:1, any version of any scriptures you want. Let me go look. You're gonna be like, what in the world am I reading? Let me see. Luke. Let's go NIV. I'm gonna go Luke 22:1. This is gonna trip y'all out. Then I'll go in and knock this thing out the park. We can do this all day. Hey, by the way, let me put it on the screen. Because some of y'all don't understand the assignment yet. Y'all hearing me talking, going, man, this stuff is deep. And I'm playing around with it. I'm mixing music in here, just having a good time. Why? I'm not heavy with it. I understand it. It don't heavy. If y'all not at tsinfo.org and supporting this work and saying we got to go all in, because Brother Jay ain't backed up an inch. Now look at Elmer's from the NIV. I'm glad you said it, Elmer. Watch. Look, Katie, look at yours, amplified. That's telling you right now they don't know what the hell they talking about. They lying from the gate. This is a big old lie right now. In the first verse of the 22nd chapter of Luke, now the festival of unleavened bread called the Passover. Is matzah the Passover? Lena, you hear this? What are you thinking right now? Baby, come here for a second. This is so stupid. Baby, I want you to read the NIV. Look at this. Come here. I'm not going to put you on. Lena's like, I got my pajamas on. I'm not going to put you on the camera. Read that. Look at that. Watch how stupid this is. 22:1. Read it to me.
Now, the festival of unleavened bread called the Passover.
Stop. Is that true?
No.
That's a lie. Now, the festival of unleavened bread, that's matzah. Yeah. Look at Philip. Approaching now the feast of the Passover week, which is also they don't know what they're talking about. In the Sefer, they go approaching the feast of the peacock. I don't know what the peacock is. Is that a peacock? Which is said to be the peacock. Yeah, look, I want y'all to look at y'all's translations. Katie, she got the Amplified. Now, the festival of unleavened bread, which is called the Passover, they lied to you right there. You don't know why? They don't have no respect for the 7 feasts of Yahuwah. They don't got no respect for the 7 feasts. They calling the Passover matzah. I want you to feel that. Did you just gasp? Did you gasp? I thought I heard you go, did you?
It's just crazy. It just, they don't even know what they're doing. They don't separate Jehovah's feast properly. and they trying to just keep lies, trying to keep people into a
because they know people don't. They know people ain't gonna study. That gonna look kind of fancy. Love you. I want you to feel that. We talk about it in a second. Like we way up celebrating late tonight. Look at that, Daniel. That's the okie doke, right? How many times I gotta do this with y'all? How many times? I told y'all I can do this every day. There's no day I can't do this. Ain't no day. Horatia, it's 2 different feasts. They just called the feast. They don't. What do you think? All right, y'all tell me why they said y'all didn't put enough translations in there. Okay, the New King James, Elmer. Now the Feast of Unleavened Bread drew near, which is called the Passover. Is that true or is that a lie? Daniel, Berean Study Bible. Now the Feast of Unleavened Bread called the Passover. Is that a lie? Is that like a direct lie? Mike, I told y'all I'm just messing around playing. And then every now and then you see me come in and go, rip. Y'all got to be tripping because everybody here that now understands the 7 feasts that's been here learning about Yahuwah, I'm challenging your translation. What y'all gonna do about it? Put your translation on the screen. Prove me wrong here. Come on, put some money into it. No. You scared of the money part. Put it on the screen for free and prove me wrong. And then send your email address and we'll send you some money. Put your Luke 22:1. We can't even get past 1 before we prove you lying. Estelle sitting there going, come on now. Come on. Freddie said the feast of the Pakak week. There ain't no Pakak week. The Passover is not a week. Matzah is a week, not the Passover. Freddie, you see what I'm saying? Excuse me. Why they call it the Pakak, which they're trying to say Passover, they call it a week. The Passover is not a week. The Passover is 24 hours. And that's it. Rush, y'all gotta be tripping right now. Patrice, I'm waiting for y'all to put some more translations up, fam. Y'all sitting there, y'all either lazy or y'all in shock, one of the two. Hold on. Matthew came up with one. Look, Matthew, Matthew, put what version is that? Don't just put the translation up. Tell where it comes from, because Matthew Guerra, is it Guerra? Okay, Guerra. He put the Chag HaMatzot, which is a jacked up word for the Feast of Unleavened Bread. They're trying to say the Feast of Matzah. That's what that's trying to say. But they don't understand Hebrew at all. Because they putting O's in there. They don't know what to do. They making the hot, they're making that a ch. Ain't no ch in Hebrew. But he said, and the Chag HaMatzot was approaching the feast called Pesach. They saying that the Passover is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's Matthew, brother. I love me some Matthew already. That's the Orthodox Jewish Bible saying that. Why are they saying that? You want to know why? They want to send you on a rabbit trail. Okay, the TPT, I don't know what that is. As the celebration of the Passover lamb was approaching, the Jewish religious leaders, see, they kept it kind of generic. They were like, man, we can't go. We know, they're looking at it going, we don't know how to translate this. The CSB, the Christian Standard Bible, the Festival of Unleavened Bread, which is called the Passover. Lie, you lose. Tree of Life version. Now the Feast of Matzah, which is called the Passover. Lie. Dun, 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 dun. Does the scripture say that? The scriptures for Hebrew Israelites. Y'all hear all the brothers, man, we the Hebrew Israelites. Well, Hebrew Israelites, y'all deal with this. And the Feast of Unleavened Bread drew near, which is called the pots. Basically, Passover. Hebrew Israelites, that is a lie. And you can't prove it to be the truth because it's two festivals. So what you going to do with that? You going to come up with some crazy explanation? You can't bring that to me. Y'all can, hey, King James. Now the Feast of Unleavened Bread draw nigh. Watch. Y'all ready? This is what Ingrid finally did the one that we got to put up. You got to put the King James up. Because the King James is going to prove they all following the King James. See what the King James says? Watch. I'll put the King James on the screen just for the people watching the replay. Now, the Feast of Unleavened Bread draw nigh, mean near, called the Passover. See? The lie. Now we know why all the other ones chase it. They all honor the King James, which is the Greek Latin Vulgate. Hey, it's the Greek Latin Vulgate. So you got the Greek Septuagint mixed with the Latin Vulgate. And it's full of lies. How you going to get the truth? Unless you got the original. That's what we got. So now Ingrid just proved, my sister Ingrid just proved that y'all are lying. Y'all are lying. All you translators, woe to you scribes and parashim, you translators. Ben, look what Ben put up. Now this is one that they claim we got it right. We got the Hebrew. And this is the scriptures out of South Africa. And the festival of Matzot, ain't no O's in Hebrew, but anyway, drew near, which is called the Passah, the Passover. Hey, y'all know I don't be dogging them out because I appreciate them. But we got to call a spade a spade. That's a lie. Matzah, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, is not the Passover. It's not. Katie, you found it too. English Standard Version, another lie. Queen said, now the Feast of Unleavened Bread drew near, which is called the Passover. Is unleavened bread, matzah, the same as the Passover? Nope, lie. Shannon, you tripping? Anna, do I got y'all tripping? Did y'all know I was going to pull this one out? Did y'all have any idea y'all going to run into this? All y'all watching the replay, y'all better like them comments up because I'm way late up in the night. I'm almost 1 a.m. my time doing this one. Ashley, I look at this all the time. I go, man, you ain't gonna come to me with this nonsense. Your money, y'all got to be tripped. Hey, Brian Robinson, my brother, Lisa. Ain't it crazy? Liz, my sister Liz in the building. Liz with Azoo. Hannah, what they gonna do with me? You see why they want to kill me? You see why they hate me so much? You see why all these powers that be around the world, y'all don't understand, I get the big ones coming at me. Yes, we're live right now, Diane. You in Las Vegas. I'm all the way in Colombia. And it's about 1 a.m. my time, which means it's probably like what? 11 something your time. Look at Angela said. Angela said, my old Bible by Joyce Meyer, one of them TV evangelists, one of them imposters of the scripture. I'll call you right now, Joyce. You are an imposter. You saying now the festival of unleavened bread, which is called the Passover. You know why you say that? Because you are a false teacher and you don't know nothing about what you just wrote. Nothing. And you got a lot of money because you done collected millions of dollars. Hey, Joyce Meyer, won't you put some money up and prove what I'm saying is wrong? Tell me that the Feast of Unleavened Bread is also the Passover. Put some money up. What you want to put? 5, 10, 20,000? I got a whole bunch of people here that will pitch in on it. Not me. Not just my money. I'll put something on it. But I got a whole crew that we'll come put something on it. We can raise what we need to raise if you want to raise it. Julissa said, look, this is wild. Is it tripping you out? None of y'all expected to hear this. Brandon, hey, you know what Brandon tell you? Hey, Brother Jay got the truth. I do. Look, Philip, my brother Philip, you going in. You got your lamb ready? When that sun go down, you put that meat on that grill. It's prepped as the sun's going down, as soon as it goes down. Let me tell you why it's prepped. Because at around 3 p.m. in Jerusalem, 2,000 years ago or so, that's when Yahusha, that's when he was impaled. Brother Adam over there in Japan, 3 p.m., you're supposed to have your grill ready to go. Now you're gearing it up. Is this a trip, y'all? Anna said, look, all translations are lying. Hey, y'all, am I proving? Hey, how important is the Truth Scriptures? How important is these scriptures here? I'm over here translating it. I got a support team. I'm the translator. Yeah, send it to Joyce's team. See if she's going to come and take me up on it. info@promotethetruth.com. Anybody from them teams, send me one at info@promotethetruth.com. I'm just checking y'all out. Y'all getting it? Now y'all understand how important tsinfo.org is. Danielle Jones said, why would they think the Passover is a week? Ain't no logic in that. Because I know, you got to understand, they are translating out of the majority text. And all the people that said, no, we follow the Hebrew. They're lying, most of them. I'll take it back. Let me give them some compassion. Most of them are lying. Several of them, they don't know no better. And they're like, we're reading it, but we don't really understand it. What we understand more is over here what we've been learning all these years. So they put up the King James stuff. How many times I'm gonna prove this? Y'all tell me. Racist and send all them pastors. How many times I'm gonna prove it? Now watch this. So here goes the Truth Scriptures. Y'all see their version, right? They say the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is called the Passover, was approaching. Now watch the Truth Scriptures. Now matzah, also called the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which takes place during the Passover, was approaching. Put some fire emojis in the chat. Y'all want me put that up on the screen? Let me go get it. I'm going to put it on the screen. That is such a clean, clear translation. No contradictions. You can't mess with that translation. You get mad at it. You can't mess with it. You get mad all you want, man. I'm sitting over here giggling like crazy. Because I had no idea what Yahoo was going to have me talk about. Y'all saw me. I didn't know I was going to pull out Luca. I was just thinking, all right, where do we deal with this? With what happened on the 13th day? Everybody think it's the 14th day. They don't even understand what day is happening. I said, Yahuwah, I don't think people understand your time in here. I did. I said, I don't think people really understand your timing. And the funny part, I go, I don't think I've ever addressed it with the fam. I literally said that. Like, ask Lena. I said, Lena, I don't think I've ever addressed this with them about the timing thing. I said, did I ever do a video on that? Last year when we was doing the Bariyt Hadash, all the videos, I'm like, I don't think so. All right, I'll put it on the screen. I just found it. I just wanted to copy and paste it. This is tripping people out. All right, Luca 22:1. TST. Truth Scriptures translate. Watch how important. Look at that. Yamada, you tripping out? Tell the truth, sis. She said, you dropped the bomb on me. You tripping out? Tell me. Put on the screen what you feel, sis. All right, I'm gonna put it up. Y'all got so many. Y'all got 100. Y'all got. I go to click something to put on the screen. Y'all already done said something. All right, True Scriptures translation. Now, matzah, also called the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which takes place during the Passover, was approaching. Y'all understand that? See, watch. The 13th. Watch. 13th. Yahusha is gonna have a meal. He tells Kappa and the team, go prepare the Passover for me. During the day. They gonna get it ready in the evening. Like right now. Well, no, not this time, because he's in the garden now. He's in the garden. So they 3-4 hours ago, maybe 4 or 5 hours ago, this time in their time zone, they're eating the Passover meal on the 13th. You can't make the scriptures make any sense other than what I'm telling you. Ashley, you tripping out? Okay, they're eating a meal. So, all right, think about, y'all go in your time today, on Saturday, wherever you're at on Saturday. Go all the way back to today, get all the way up during the day. So around noon, something like that, maybe in the late morning, Yahusha tells the team, Kappa and the team, y'all go prepare, go in the city, tell the people. You're going to go find a man, going to say, hey, the master says, where can I have my Passover meal at? Ben, you understand? Where can I have my in the upper room? Now let me prove what I'm saying. Y'all think I'm playing with this. Some of y'all think I'm playing. Now matzah, also called the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which takes place during the Passover, was approaching. So you got the 13th, they're eating a meal. I'm approving what I'm about to read. The 13th, they're eating a meal. So during the day, he gonna send some people. I'm gonna prove it. Then they eat the meal. Then they go out to the garden on the 13th. They go out to the garden on the 13th of the new moon. And then he gets captured that night. And then he gets beat that night. He gets taken in front of the high priest that night on the 13th. He's in prison all night. On the 13th, all the way. The sun comes up on the 14th. When the sun comes up on the 14th, they take him in front of who? Pilatus, Pontius Pilate. During the day, early in the morning. They're going back and forth. They decide they want Barabbas. They want the murderer and the thief. They want the rioter. They don't want Yahuwah. Look, the Creative Network said he preaching. I'm telling y'all something y'all never heard before. Nobody's ever taught y'all what I'm teaching you right now. It has to be an emissary sent from Yahuwah. It's got to be a prophet or emissary tell you what I'm saying. One of the two got to tell you what I'm saying. Because ain't nobody else telling y'all this. One of the two. I know I got at least the emissary in me, and I believe I got a little prophet in me. Hey, guess what they're doing? 13th now, they had the meal. In the evening, they go out in the night in the garden. They come and capture him. They beat him down. They drag him in front. They're beating at him, I should say. They're smacking him around. They drag him in front of the high priest. What did he say? What did he say in the garden? Aya, Asha, Aya. They fell to the ground. They got back up. Said it again. Took him in front of the high priest. He told him, Aya, Asha, Aya. He said, we don't need no more witnesses. They beat him down all night. 14th in the morning, they take him in front of Pilatus, Pontius Pilate. People going back and forth. They want the Barabbas. They want the rioter and the murderer. And they say, impale him, impale him. They take him, beat him to a pulp, rip his shreds, rip him to shreds, rip his skin out. Hey, they were killing him before he was dead. Around 3 p.m. on the 14th. That's why you prepare the Passover around 3 p.m. You start getting everything ready because your Savior, if he is your Savior, Yahuwah Mashiach, that's when he was impaled. Now, why do you wait for the sun to go down? Because when the sun went down, when it was about to go down, around that time as the sun starting to go down, he gave up the spirit. And in the Ahikal, the curtain shredded, ripped. Now watch me prove it. Verse 2, the chief priests and the scribes were looking for a way to kill Yahusha. They were being careful because they feared the people. About that time, Shaitan entered Yahuda Iscariot, Judas Iscariot, who was one of the 12. He went out and discussed with the chief priests and the officers and Ahikal guard, temple guard, how he could hand Yahusha over to them. They were delighted Yahuda would do this and made arrangements to pay him. Yahuda agreed and then began looking for an opportunity to hand Yahusha over to them at a time when the crowds would not be present. One day, look, y'all can't even get your verse 7 straight. This is hilarious, man. I can't hardly get through it. I translated this last year. Lie. All y'all verse 7s are lies. Y'all see me just stop and go look at it? How many of y'all watch me just do it right here live? This ain't scripted. Yamani, Monica, Rush, Anna, April. All I did was sit there and I'm looking at the NIV version. And I know if the NIV says it's going to be in the King James, it's going to be in the New King. I know it. All of y'all's verse, put it up on the screen. Luke 22:7, all y'all versions are lies. 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 Them people are either lying or they have no clue how to translate. They don't have no respect for the scriptures. They think it's okay to keep contradicting. Sister, my beautiful, awesome power sister, Michaela. You understand what I'm saying right now? I'm on one now, Michaela. Hey, Michaela put it, she goes, you got to give us the capacity to endure your word. Right, because I'm stretching y'all's whole soul. We late night. Y'all don't hear me doing this late. Where I'm at, y'all don't hear me doing this late. Buddy, you know what I'm saying? Kadeem said, man, I'm way up in the night. 2 something. I'm 1 a.m., you 2 something. And we sleep late tomorrow because we at the day of the Passover. We chilling. It's okay. Be up way for me. I'm going to sleep as long as I can sleep. Y'all put Luke 22:7 up and let me show you another lie. Because y'all saw me staring at it. I'm like, hold on. I'm looking at the Truth Scriptures. I'm looking at it. And then I can put it up. It's in the Aramaic. That's why we deal with the Peshitta. Y'all taking some time to put that one up. All right, thank you, Sister Amber. Now the festival of unleavened bread arrived when the Passover lamb is to be sacrificed. Is that true or is that false? That's a lie. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to reverse that, Amber. Your mind said, now the festival in the NLT, now the festival of unleavened bread arrived when the Passover. That's a lie. The festival of unleavened bread happens after the Passover, in case y'all don't understand. You see, they don't want to accept that the Passover, the Passover, is the bomb. It's the crescendo. It's the numero uno. It's the first festival. Let me put it on the screen. They trying to go to unleavened bread and make it sound like that's the bomb over the Passover. No, Yahuwah is about order. Monica put up New King James. Then came the day of unleavened bread, when the Passover, the Passover is not killed on the day of unleavened bread. The Passover is killed on the Passover. Queen said, New International Version. Then came the day of unleavened bread, on which the Passover lamb had to be sacrificed. Lie. I told you, all of y'all's lies. Adam says, over in Japan, mine says, then came the day of unleavened bread, unleavened reason, which is the Passover. What's that? Which the Passover lamb had to be. That's a lie. This is an easy work lie. Jermaine, TRSV. That's a different one. Y'all can go stretch as long, find every version you want. Lie. And the day of unleavened bread came, on which the Passover must be offered. Lie. I'm going to call every one of them. Y'all, there's some liars. You can't take away from Yahuwah my Mashiach and your Mashiach, who is the Mashiach. Come on, Anna. Hey, Anna, I'm blazing them open tonight or today, wherever you're at. This is splitting. This is probably the highest level me splitting and showing y'all the importance of the Truth Scriptures. And it's like this all through there. And see, y'all done had this in your hands the whole time. Y'all been reading this the whole time. I ain't heard none of y'all come and say, hey, Brother Jay, we done found this big old lie in here. You want to know why? Because your bodies are being filled more than you can imagine. Jermaine, look at that. Who else got one? English Standard Version, Lorena. Then came the day of unleavened bread, on which the Passover. See, unleavened bread is the next day. The Passover got done the evening before. What in the hell? Look at Matthew. He got what version is that, Matthew? Now came the Yom Hamatsu, in which it was necessary to sacrifice the Passover. Do you do the lamb on the day of unleavened bread? Yes or no? Look at Kadeem. Then came the day of unleavened bread on which the Passover lamb had to be sacrificed. How can a translator look at that and go, I'm going to write that down? I'm a translator. So I'm asking all you other translators out there in the world, y'all watching me. I know you see me. I'm asking all of y'all, how can you look at them Aramaic words? Even if you were looking at them Greek words, because that's what I know you're looking at. Because see, the Greek words will make you do stuff like that. Somebody put the King James up here. The Greek will make you do that. It'll make you twist stuff. You get it twisted. You ain't gonna fool me on that. Michaela, Emily, Queen, Rush, Yamani, April. I'm sitting there looking at it. If I'm translating and I put the day of matzah when the Passover, you mean to tell me your brain don't go, well, hold on. The Passover is before the day of unleavened bread, before matzah. I should probably look at them words a little closer and see if I'm missing something. You don't think you should do that as a translator? You don't. It'd be like going, 2 is before 1. That's what they just did to y'all. They just did it. They said 2, the number 2 is before the number 1. And y'all accept it and put some money in the plate. Pay your tithes and offer. We need a new building fund. We need some missionary trips. And 2 is before 1. King James. See, this is where they get it from. I'll prove it to you. Bucket of trash, King James. Katie got it. That's where they get it from. Y'all ain't fooling me. Y'all all went and grabbed the King James or the version of it, and y'all went and did your little twist on it. Look what the King James says. Then came the day. Listen, that's specific. Then came the day of unleavened bread. So when does the day of unleavened bread start? The day of unleavened bread in the scriptures is on the 15th day of the first new moon. Okay. They're saying that the 15th is before the 14th. Monica, what you want me? Y'all want to keep on figuring it out and testing and trying? I don't know what else you want to have happen here. That is a lie. That King James, that's why you hear me dog it. It's a bucket of trash. That is a trash translation. It's full of crap. I ain't got no respect for it. Brother Daniel, this is nuts. Every now and then don't get me where I come and tear you up. Y'all talking trash. I can do this all day. I come on here and just lean back late night, my time one time. I'm leaning back now. I'm leaning back. My son probably knocked out. I heard him been having a good time, got quiet. All right. Look. This is Hallelujah Scriptures. The day of Matzoth came, the Passah had to be slaughtered. Okay, that's confusing, but y'all know that's a lie. The Passover is not slaughtered on the day of matzah. Yes or no? Y'all tell me, go read every version. Tell me if the 15th is before the 14th. Tell me. Is the 15th of the new moon a day before the 14th of the new moon? That's right, Jesus. No unleavened bread. As soon as you get into Pesach. I don't know what much more to tell y'all. This is nuts. I can't even read it. I'm going to do another one tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do. Sometime tomorrow, before I go into Passover and I start cooking that food, I'm probably going to do another live because I can't even get through this. I got like many verses. I'm an hour and 30 minutes into this. I'm an hour and 30 minutes into it. And we can't even get past verse 7. And we got 2 verses that are saying we lying in front of your face. They ain't got no respect for you. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be raw because I'm going into the minds of the people who did the translations. Most of them, they had no business doing translations. None. Because you got to call on Yahuwah. You got to guard his commandments. Remember I told y'all with those 2 couples tonight? I said, hey, do y'all ever sin? Guess what they all said? Oh, yeah. You know, we all fall short. We all sin and fall short. I said, ask me the same question, me and Lena. They came back and asked, do y'all sin? Me and Lena, nope. I said, I can put y'all on a live. And you're going to see hundreds of people go, we don't sin. So I said, what are you struggling with? You struggling with murder? Look at Lily said, Google got it right, explained the difference. But every copy of the scriptures that I have, except the Truth Scriptures, has it wrong. They got it wrong. Y'all got the Truth Scriptures, fam. Hey, if you ain't went over to TruthScriptures.Store, there's no better case that I can make for it than what I just did. TruthScriptures.Store. Y'all should be getting cases and cases and cases. We got to get into they're doing 20 million over the United Bible Society. They doing 20 million copies a year over there of these lies. Y'all hear what I just said? The United Bible Society they say it's estimated 20 million copies of them lies that I just proved to y'all. Y'all overlooking that? What are warriors of Yahuwah gonna get up in here and go, oh, no. We gotta be, some of y'all gotta understand it. When we get it rocking right, we're gonna get to 144. You watch the 144. They're gonna do a case a week. 144 gonna have a case of at least a case a week getting out to people. It ain't your money. You just gotta stop being scared. You go do 2 or 3 of these examples, and you look at people and say, hey man, give me $40. Give me $50. Whatever, you cover your shipping. Give me $45. Just do 2 or 3 examples. Give me $45. What? Here. Take this. I've already prepaid for it. Take these True Scriptures. There you go. You can get out of the lies. Jesus, go to PTTgram.com. We got everything on there for you. There's no sense in asking us a bunch of questions about what do I do. If you go to PTTgram.com, if you're not on our Telegram channel, you tripping. We got a link pegged up there right now. Tells you exactly what to do for Passover, for unleavened bread. Got it. Clear. Man, this mess is so hot, my ear itching. I know if I start doing this, I'm like, man, Yahuwah talking. Y'all understand? I'll come back on sometime tomorrow and I'll break off the rest of this. I'm going to do part 2 of this one. The real Passover is happening. How many of y'all want me to do part 2? Put something in the chat if y'all want me to do part 2, because I ain't gonna finish. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go chill, wind down, check out some sports highlights. Joseph, we're translating the Old Testament right now. It takes time. Like, we're doing probably a 6-year project. We're doing it in less than like 3 years. We'll be done the next couple of months. Then it'll take us 2 or 3 months to review it. And sometime in the late summer, early fall of this year, you're going to have the Tanak and the Bariyt Hadash together. Isn't that cool? But bro, come on, Joseph. Come on now. You done see me I done pull out a can of whoop ass, ain't I? You know, that's some whoop ass. I done pull out a can of whoop ass tonight on all them translators. Their ass getting whooped. Don't get all tore about the word ass because it's in the scriptures. They call it a donkey. So if it offends you, say some whoop donkey. I just be having fun because I know Yahuwah. Y'all think Yahuwah's stuck up. Yahuwah's cool. That's why he loved Dewey and Naha and Abraham. He loved all them real ones. All you fake ones trying to act like you know something. Y'all know what's up. Lizette, what's up, sis? Shout out to my sister Lizette. App about to come out. It's on me, Philip. I'm busy giving y'all this. That's why the app ain't done. The app is 100% on me. They waiting on me to do all the review. And I am in the trenches doing translations, production. We're gonna get that app done. My commitment is less than a month. It'll be live. That's my commitment. My word just proceeded out of my mouth. It will not return to me void. You like that, Amber? Some whoop donkey. I love y'all with all I got. Hey, listen, this is different tonight. I'm gonna end this with a song of who Yahuwah is. But I'll come back tomorrow with part 2 if y'all want to do it. Come on, brother Philip over there. Philip, where you at? You in Australia? Y'all saw me pull out some whoop donkey tonight. Most of y'all like shot. Y'all gonna go to bed, and some of y'all ain't gonna be able to sleep for 2 or 3 hours. Hey, do breathing exercises, deep breaths. Go listen to the Yah tones. That'll put you to sleep. All right, we good. Yahuwah is one. That's who he is. I'm in with that. I'm done talking. When the song's done, we'll clip out. Love y'all. With all I got, I'll be back with part 2 soon.
So many voices try to lead us astray. False idols rise, but they fade away. Through all the lies and all of the games, there's only one name that stays the same. No one can take your throne, all you play is the Most High. It's you I embrace. And they try to make us believe in more, but Yahuwah's the truth, the one we adore. No other name can stand like yours. No imitation can open the doors. You are the light, the only true King. Yahuwah alone, you're everything. Yahuwah is one, and there's no other beside. The truth and the way, in you I confide. They've tried to deceive, but your name remains. Yahuwah is one, forever you reign. You reign. Yahuwah. They've dressed up the lies in golden pride. But Yahuwah's the only one they can't hide. You see the heart, you know the way. In your presence all deceptions decay. No counterfeit can never compare. Yahuwah, the truth that's always there. You existed before the beginning of time, and forever, Yahuwah, you're the one that shines. No other name. So many voices try to lead us astray. False idols rise, but they fade away. Through all the lies and all of the games, there's only one name that stays the same. No one can take your throne, all you play is the Most High. It's you I embrace. And they try to make us believe in more, but Yahuwah's the truth, the one we adore. No other name can stand like yours. No imitation can open the doors. You are the light, the only true King. Yahuwah alone, you're everything. Yahuwah is one, and there's no other beside. The truth and the way, in you I can't find. They've tried to deceive, but your name remains. Yahuwah is one, forever you reign. You reign, Yahuwah. They've dressed up the lies in golden pride, but Yahuwah's the only one they can't hide. You see the heart, you know the way. In your presence all deceptions decay. No counterfeit can never compare. Yahuwah, the truth that's always there. You existed before the beginning of time, and forever, Yahuwah, you're the one that shines.